What will happen this time? This story was almost certainly not written in your native language. There may be translation errors. I apologize. The planet Ringen is almost entirely covered in water except for a couple of enormous islands. On Ringen, there is a kind of enormous turtle. The giant turtles are called Vergay. The Vergay's shell is made of bone and crystal. Lots of different kinds of plants and algae grow on the shell, along with different kinds of crystals. Small birds, crabs, and other animals live on the Vergay's back. The Vergay have incredibly long lifespans and get bigger as they age. When the Vergay first hatch, they're about 10 feet long and 8 feet wide. They weigh about 1,000 pounds. The adults can grow to be about 6,000 to 4,000 feet long and 3,000 to 5,000 feet wide. They weigh 80 to 100 tons. They have a lifespan of 9,000 to 15,000 years. Despite their size, the Vergay still have plenty of predators. One of these predators is the chago. The chago is 22 to 27 feet long and can be 15 feet tall and has a wingspan of about 60 feet. It weighs between 600 and 1,500 pounds. The chago hunts newly hatched Vergay. When Vergay hatch, they make their way down the beach to the Vermeer. The trip down the beach leaves the Vergay relatively unprotected, which makes it easy for the chago to catch them. The Vermeer is this planet's version of water. The Vergay aren't safe after entering the Vermeer. There are a lot more dangerous predators swimming below the surface. The Vermeer is a shimmering, translucent teal. The color of the Vermeer is very similar to the color of another one of the Vergay's predators. The Orcelle is an enormous whale that looks a lot like a killer whale. The Orcelle is mostly dark violet, except for its stomach, parts of its tail, and 2 spots up by its mouth, which are a vibrant turquoise. The Orcelle can be 126,000 feet long, and are 100,000 feet wide, and they weigh about 2,000 tons. The Vergay have other predators, but if I talked about all of them, we'd be here all day. Something I think is quite interesting is that the shells of dead Vergay sink down to the sea floor, and after a couple centuries become enormous coral reefs. That's pretty cool, isn't it? Thank you for reading What Will Happen This Time and all of our other papers. As always, see you again next week for a new story. Don't forget to subscribe to your intergalactic news channel. Do you enjoy learning about interesting and unrelated topics that you're probably never going to need to know? Well, if you do, then you'll be pleased to know that I enjoy telling people random unrelated facts that they're probably never going to need to know.